Men are going their own way because of several reasons. Of course, as is known, the legal system is geared more towards women. But when it comes to interpersonal relationship between a man and a woman, as I mentioned before, submissive, fit, and a few other things in previous videos, um, why the really good men, the good men, are just avoiding you women again in MGTOW? Um, Another reason is nutrition. As I mentioned in a couple of videos, I talked about what men are looking for, being fit and feminine and submissive, and I went into depth in those videos about that. So look at those videos if you're wondering why men are going their own way or adopting the MGTOW way. And I also mentioned that women are not, they want traditional men to provide and protect, but they're not willing to be women are not being traditional wives, and to be wanting to be homemakers. To them, to you guys, it's like a form of slavery um, in modern times. In this video, I will be talking more about another aspect of being a homemaker, and that is nutrition. Um, the man goes out and works to provide, and he protects. That's instinctual. It's just the nature of things. There are more women in the world than men, so men are highly valuable compared to women, which is another thing you got to take into account. So you, as a woman, need to bring a lot more to the table that other women are not bringing. If you're not standing out from the crowd, you won't be noticed. You will just be part of the crowd. So when you go house shopping, sometimes you might see a house that just stands out from the rest, and that draws your attention. You know, so those are things you got to look for in yourself. If you're interested in a good man, I want to attract the attention of a good man, you got to present yourself as the type of woman that a good man is looking for, because no good man is going to burn up their time and money, especially if they have I guess a new term is woke, like how there are a lot of woke women nowadays. A lot of men are getting woke, or the proper term, if you're going to use English in the proper kind, is awakened or woken. So woke men or woke good men, they're starting to be aware of their options. They're starting to be aware of their self-worth, and those who feel that their self-worth isn't where it's supposed to be, good men will always strive to get to that level where they're supposed to be or where they want to be, and they will constantly strive to that throughout life. Now, where they want to be throughout different stages in life is not always on a climb. Sometimes it's on a plateau. You come down a little bit. It all depends on what's going on. But in general, men are constantly striving. Good men are constantly striving to achieve. And by striving to achieve, they provide and protect. But nutrition is a big thing that women tend to take for granted. With the advent of the fast food, there's a lot of fast food restaurants all over the place. So food is so easily accessible. Having a home cooked meal there's no second thought about it, really. It's just if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it happens. There are other options, food options out there. However, as a woman, where it's traditionally the woman's nature to nurture, part of nurturing is a healthy diet. As a professional child care provider, I've applied and I've seen results where proper nutrition eliminated many ailments in kids. A lot of kids that I get usually have they have ADHD. I can't get rid of that, but with proper nutrition that can channel that energy into other things. Um, Asthma is a big thing that I run across too. Certain foods trigger asthma, so I eliminate those types of products. Come to find out, there's a lot of processed foods that triggers. For instance, onions trigger asthma. But if you use real onions and fresh onions and you cut that up and cook it, it doesn't trigger asthma. So whatever the onion powders, whatever they're putting in there to keep it preserved or separated, that's triggering asthma. So nuts, different to some people, some kids, a lot of kids, they're allergic to nuts. They can't eat nuts. Some are allergic to seafood. There are a lot of allergies out there. But as a homemaker, if you're looking for a good man, you got to be aware of these things. And it may seem like a small thing, but it's really a big thing. If a man comes home to a home cooked meal and you cook it, he's going to value it more than the store-bought stuff. More importantly, you'll be feeding him nutrients, micronutrients and nutrients and macronutrients that he needs, so he can go out there and keep working and providing, and he'll be strong enough to protect. Your kids, if you all have kids together, children together, they would benefit greatly, tremendously from healthy diets, not too much fast food stuff, because it's convenient. Fast food has made things so convenient that a lot of women are lazy when it comes to nutrients, about food. So women, if you're interested in getting attracting a good man, go learn how to cook. There are a lot of schools on how to cook. There are a lot of cookbooks. There are a lot of videos on YouTube. There are lots of channels. There's so much stuff out there where you could actually learn to cook and practice cooking. And there'll be lots of failures, but there'll be some successes. And you want to practice before you find somebody that's interested, because there's some other woman down the street right now practicing, and you'd find men going their own way. You would catch their attention. You won't be able to subdue them using aggressive masculine energy tactics, but you would be able to subdue or bring under your control, at least a little closer, if you cook, dedicate yourself as a homemaker. And one of the processes to bring that man under your control is cook him a good meal all the time, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He should always have a nutritious, good tasting meal, and you would find that a man would appreciate that, because that's one less thing he has to worry about or think about. And because it's really not his nature to do that. That's why you'd find men don't really want to go to the doctors. Women take them to the doctor. They don't. Nutrition is another thing that they don't really tend to. They'll eat what their wife give them, or their, or what their girlfriends give them, because that's their wife or girlfriend. So if you know about good nutrition and you're feeding your husband or your boyfriend or your fiance garbage, he's gonna eat garbage. So, if you have any questions, ask it in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, share. Again, this is a very important topic, so really go back, re-listen to it, really look at nutrition. Men, those of you who have adopted the MGTOW way, or you're thinking about adopting the MGTOW way, do not jump into the philosophy of MGTOW on the premise of hating women or shunning them in a way where you're hurting yourself. You're going to the other extreme. There are some good people in this world, and there are some bad people in this world. And I said people because that includes men and women. And no matter what area relationship you're in, you'll encounter good people, bad people. We all have the intelligence, which is more of an instinctual thing, that differentiate, allow us to just get that sense that this person isn't the type of person you want to be around, just walk away. You can, if it's someone you want to have a relationship, you're attracted to them, everything else seems to work out, where there's something bothering you, talk to that person about it, work it out. If it's something impractical, obviously it won't get worked out, you know. But if it's something practical that that you that's that really has an impact on a relationship, and she refuses to change, then you kind of walk away. But you should already have things in place where you can walk away. You have your own place, your own job, you're financially stable, and you can't be a simp. You cannot be a simp. You got to be able to walk away. You have to be happy with yourself first to be in MGTOW, to adopt the MGTOW philosophy. You must be happy with yourself. If you're not happy with yourself, then MGTOW is not for you. You will just find even more misery. So again, y'all have a good day.